Hi, everyone. I want to give you some gold nuggets from my friend Steve that I learned last night. So, if you're in business for yourself or wanting to go into business for yourself or being an entrepreneur or growing something, creating something, or even growing your career, maybe these tips can help you. So, my friend Steve is like this daredevil skiing lawyer. He is a criminal and divorce attorney, which all you lawyers out there, thank you for doing that. That is a very hard job. I can't imagine what you have to deal with in your daily lives when people are going through such tough situations. You got to be calm, grounded, cool. Thank you. I can't do your job. I'm so glad you're doing it for us. Thank you. So, he taught me some wonderful tips about how he grew his business. The first thing that I noticed, he said, I realized I did not want to work for someone else. I wanted to work for myself. He's like, I'm like a self-proclaimed ski bum. And he was like living in Colorado and just loved skiing. He was a racer. That was his passion. That's who he was. And he wanted to build his career around that so he could still be who he is and stay active. Second of all, he read a book and he didn't just read it. He applied the knowledge that he got from the book. That's usually where I see a gap. A lot of people love to learn, but oh gosh darn it, if you can go a little deeper and implement it, it's going to serve you so well. Even if it doesn't work out the first try, keep trying. So he read a book about how to build a practice. And the advice was to go to local established lawyers and build the relationships. And what he did was reached out to them and said, hey, I'm building my practice. If you have cases that aren't great for you or people can't afford you, I would love the referral. And he would refer back if he had something that wasn't, right for him. So he did this a lot. And eventually he found a wonderful lady named Valerie, and she gave him this, a lot of trial cases. And like, he loves trial cases. That's like his thing. So they had like an unspoken partnership, even though they weren't like in an official partnership. They really helped each other out, and he was really grateful. And all this led to him getting these cases that were like going to the Supreme Court. Like, he was all over the news on prime time. He was like, he showed me pictures. He had like the mullet. This is like the 90s, and he's like rocking the stash. And it was so cool. He was like in his moment, and I could see the pride in his eyes. And he was, because the journey really materialized. And it was so cool to see, and it was meaningful. And he also shared that he did a lot of pro bono work, and that means free. Yeah, no one loves to do free work sometimes, but it really isn't, free. Like, he's helping other people. He got the experience, and he even got awards for it. So please don't think of it as free work. It's called skill building and giving back to others that really might need it. Also, he mentioned he does not close doors. He keeps his relationships open. He's always very friendly and keeps fostering those relationships. The other thing he mentioned was collaboration. I'm a huge fan of collaboration. I know that you're thinking, like, these are lawyers, there's probably like competition. Yeah, there probably is. There's competition in every arena, but collaboration goes much further. He shared that he stays in touch with a lot of lawyers, and they try cases for each other. And I think it's really important too, because having a high stress job like that and having peers that have empathy and understand what you're going through is priceless. And you have that knowledge too, you can knowledge share. The other thing that he mentioned that helped his success was having help. We cannot always do it all alone, even though I'm sure we want to and we want to be proud, but it takes other people. He has a wonderful lady, Barbara, that works with him and really helps him on a day-to-day basis so he can travel and do the things and do his cases and work remotely. So he shared how grateful he was for her. So hopefully you got some wonderful nuggets from my friend Steve about how he built his business. I always love hearing this and sharing it because it's very meaningful, and it's like those real stories. It does take time, and these are the steps that really help. So hopefully you got a lot out of this today. Feel free to share this with someone who would also benefit from it.